Alright, Sunday morning, guys. We made our rounds to every trap we've got out, and we ain't got anything caught today. Nothing at all. This is the last one right here, this little crossover on this this dam that's been washed out, and I can see the trap still set right there. So that's going to be it. Need to get some more sets out. Guys, we want to keep catching. We need to start getting to new places and getting more sets put in. That's just the name of the game. All right, guys, made it over here to the intersection. We picked up, this is where we picked the coyote up a week or so ago, and I think right before the coyote we had a skunk caught in here as well. We got another one this morning. This trap over here, we had opposite side of the intersection. We hadn't picked up anything in it at all. But anyway, got this guy this morning. He's all wrapped up in that trap. Again, guys, if you'll just talk to him, you can get down here just almost pet him without him spraying it. Watch that tail. He raises that tail up, that means he's fixing to spray. But a lot of times you can get right up on him. Just be calm, talk to him, keep him calm. Had some questions on the page about how to dispatch these things without them spraying. Guys, the best way I've found is to use a syringe with about 15 cc's of acetone. You can come right in here behind that shoulder, and they make an adapter you can buy for a long pole. Put that syringe on into that pole, and you just come in right behind his front shoulder, inject him with that 15 cc's of acetone. He's just going to go to sleep. And that's the only way that I know to do it without him spraying. You can also, if you catch them in live traps, you can cover that live trap with a towel or jacket or something where they can't see you. Carry it to some water and submerge them in water, and that'll drown them. The only other way I know is to hook up the exhaust to your vehicle, put them in a bag. If you got them in a live trap, put a bag around that live trap and hook your exhaust up to it, and that carbon monoxide will put them to sleep. The one time I tried that, it took a while. It wasn't a quick process, so if you're drowning them or putting them to sleep, be sure to give them plenty of time. Anymore, guys, I just shoot them, and most of the time when you shoot them, they spray. It doesn't matter if it's in the head or in the side, they're gonna spray. I've just gotten used to it over time. It doesn't bother me anymore. It's just the quickest way to do it. All right, guys, over here on this dike, got a raccoon right here in this foothold. Alright, as we come right in here again, guys. Just took that trap right there on that edge. Alright, guys, foggy morning. We're up here on the pond levee. We had the cow caught over here the other day. And get here this morning, these fellers must be moving here lately. I think got something else caught down here. Pretty white one. That's a pretty one there. Got spotted legs and back's almost completely white. So we're going to try to do this without getting too stinky this morning. You don't want that thing, you don't want that little round thing there pointed at you, guys. No matter how far away you are. They got a pretty good distance on them. And again, we're in danger zone. Danger zone, danger zone. while he aspires, we're gonna, so far I ain't smelling anything, but while he aspires, we're gonna step over here and check these other sets on this side. No, never get lucky, guys. You always want to get lucky with these guys, and it very seldom happens. He sprayed. Well, this is our very first stop this morning, so we got a ways to go with him smelling. Definitely don't want to put him in that enclosed truck with us. So I'll show you guys what I do to get them back home. And I guess we just want to bring their foot right there to where we want them to be. Cover that just like that, just lightly. Right there, guys, that's going to bring them right down that trail right between these two logs. And that's where we want their foot to be. All I'm going to do, guys, toss him right up here on top. Lay him belly down. He won't roll. If you throw him on his back, he'll roll off when you turn a curve. But normally if you put him belly down, he'll ride up there pretty good. Guys, the snare that was right here under our stick, we made a catch with it, but it pulled my anchor and bait off of my snare. Couldn't find any tracks, so I'm not sure what kind of animal it was, but I mean, a coyote, a bobcat, I don't know. But our trap right here is still working. Guys, I brought my sheep's wool and my urine, my red fox urine and my coyote urine today. So been putting sheep's wool in these dirt holes and putting a little urine around all these sets that we've got made. All right, guys, we added some sheep's wool to this trap. Something that actually come in here and dug that hole out and threw those rocks and stuff on top of our trap. We want to make sure, I think we had a little rock underneath our pan that wasn't allowing that trap to fire. So we got it cleaned out now, put some sheep's wool down in that hole and poured some coyote urine on the back of it. We'll grab some red fox urine we'll put on this other hole over here on this other side. Guys, this sheep's wool not only is visual of something down in that hole, but it's also holds your scent real well. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll take some of that sheep's wool, put it there in that hole. I grabbed a little bit of lure, I was going to have to shove down that hole. Anyway, we'll get a little bit of this lure, and we'll take and we'll shove that down in that hole. Take some of this red fox urine and we'll pour there on the backing. All right, guys, step over here and check this other one out. Now, the sheep's wool, this bag has been open in my shop all summer at the farm, and those mice will come in here. I do that on purpose. I leave a bag open, and those mice will come in here and they'll scratch around in it, make nests, pull some of it out. But they'll leave their scent all over that sheep's wool. And guys, mice is a big staple for the animals out here. For the animals that are out here eating, they're eating a lot of mice. So that mice scent's on that sheep's wool as well. And we're shoving that sheep's wool down a little mouse hole. So that just kind of helps a lot, I believe. But anyway, guys, we got all these sets touched up with some urine that we finally got in the truck and some sheep's wool. We're going to keep making our rounds this morning. And all right, guys, get over here and check Kinsley's trap this morning at the house, and this dog proof we had right up here on this path is gone. She had it anchored right here to this muscadine vine, and we follow that cable right over the edge. And she's got her another possum here. She's getting good with these possums. There's a young one. All right, guys, I got a call from the watershed district. Have an issue. Beavers, this watershed here, the beavers have clogged the outlet pipe. And then the big rain we had last week on the watershed stream of this one, all that water caused the levee to break, and it flooded all the water come down to this one. And of course, with the beavers having the outtake plugged up, it's all holding in here. They just got in here today and pulled the pipe out, got the water draining out of here. But they called me to come in and trap some beaver. All right, this may be the best I'm gonna get, guys. With you can tell he's been chewing them trees down right over here, and right here is one spot he's bringing them to chew on them. He says he's got some almost like a feed bed. He's got them up here on the edge. Just looking right here, it looks like that 6-foot T-post right here is completely underwater. So I'm gonna say the ditch comes right through here, and I'm not gonna be able to cross that ditch. Right now, this looks like our best area. Right here almost looks like a crossover. And you got to remember, guys, this is all freshly flooded within the week. All this was dry up until we had that rain. So this is all just fresh new area. So it's not going to be wore down, but I can tell where they brought some leaves up, castor mound piled up. They brought some up on this side. I do believe this right here is going to be a crossover. If it stayed flooded, it'll eventually get down to bare ground. What we're used to seeing is a crossover. I talked to the property owner, guys. Last year I trapped the drainage of this ditch and caught a couple of beaver out. He said last year there was no sign whatsoever of beaver in here. So sometime over this last summer they come in, plugged it up. He didn't know it was plugged up, and then we got that flash flood, all that rain. So I'm thinking there's only going to be a pair in here. It's not going to be a full colony. Right here, you guys, you can tell they pulled up some mounds. So they're using this high spot right now with the water being flooded. So yeah, I think we'll come in here and concentrate some sets right in here pretty good, send them up, and see if we can get those pair of beaver caught out of here. All right, guys, I'm out here sitting that set. There's a beaver going across. See that tree laying down out across there? There's a beaver swimming right there. Just went down under the water. So that's one of the culprits we're after. Hope we get picked up tonight. They're working this area, guys. We get this scent put out. We may just kind of sit back after we get this scent put out, see what happens, see if maybe we can watch one of them get caught. Guys, what I've got so far, I've got this snare hung on the side of this tree. And I was going to just anchor it around I wrapped that support wire completely around the tree, and I was going to anchor it there. But when I was tightening my support wire, I ended up breaking it. So I'm getting another extension cable untwisted right now. I'm going to go ahead and put it through that anchor and make sure this thing's anchored good so we don't miss them. And I can see that beaver swimming on the other side of that tree now. He went down under that tree, come back up over there. But guys, right here we've done a castor mound. We've got a foothold guarding it. Same thing right here. I put up a castor mound on that little crossover we found. I got a foothold guarding it here, anchored to this tree. This one's anchored back here to this tree. On the other side of this little crossover where they go into the water, guys, I put a 330 up here. I think that's where they're going. I just kind of pinpointed a spot where I thought they were going through, blocked it down, put that 330 in the water. We're going to have the sand up here on top of that. What we're going to do, we've got this snare right here. This right here is a stick that we put up, just kind of blended in and narrow on down to that one spot. We're going to take some of this castoreum lure. We're going to pour right here into the Y of that tree. That beaver's going to smell that. He's going to want to circle that tree, and as he's circling that tree, investigating it, he'll get caught in that snare. Now right over here, guys, we got a foothold. We put up this fake castor mound. We're going to use a different lure right here on this castor mound. Guys, we're just going to pour some of that juice right there where we want them. Get us a little stick here, guys, and get a pretty good glob of that, and we're going to put it right there on top of that caster mound. So right here, guys, I think they're coming out from over there, and they're coming over here to this little dry spot to eat. But right here, almost looked like behind that was a crossover right here. So what I've done on both sides of this crossover, I got a foothold on the other side going off. Right up in the middle, I put a caster mound. Over here on this side, I've got this 330 right here where I think they're going to want to go. Kind of blocked it down with these sticks off to the edge. And then these sticks are going to narrow them down right here. So I'm hoping maybe this 330 will pick one up. Behind it, guys, I just gathered up some chew sticks from over here, some smaller chew sticks, and I spread out. Made one little path there disturbed where it looks like they're coming out and going over. We're going to step right around here up on top of this caster mound. We're just going to do the same thing. Put a little bit right here on the edge of the water. We're going to drop a little bit right down there on the edge. We've got that trap right underneath those briar bushes. Guys, we're just going to come up here and we're going to spread some of this up here high to where the wind will catch it. Get them over here to the area. So that's going to be 4 sets. I wanted to hang another snare off of one of these trees, but I dropped it. So it's not going to happen. We're gonna go ahead and grab our stuff laying here on the ground. Ease back up here in the woods, and we're going to watch for a little bit, see maybe how long it might take that beaver to come over here. Seeing those muskrats, guys, I was going to bring some, I've got some fiberglass poles with Hagz brackets on them, some muskrats. I've tried using them around here in the past. I haven't had much luck with them in our area. But seeing those muskrats swim right through here, those 2 different ones yesterday, I thought it might be worth trying again. Guys, this foothold is still set. That's 330 still set. I don't see a beaver swimming around here. Oh, we didn't get him last night. Kind of a disappointment. Snare is knocked down. I do think he hit that snare in that video you guys saw. He swam around right here, come right down through here, went right around that tree, and I think we just missed him. I think that's when he done that tail slap and we thought we had him caught. There it is. It tripped. Oh, we missed him with his foothold. Let's get it set back. There it goes. I'm gonna get that snare stood back in here in this little hole. We'll try again. The water, they're pumping a lot, or draining a lot of water out of this lake right now, so I want to try to anticipate that with this snare. But I don't know how much rain we're going to get either, so we got rain coming. So it's just a guessing game, guys, whenever you're out here trying to get these things right. I'll go about like that right there, and see if that won't work. Alright guys, look right here. Those sets are just right there. I just turned the camera off. Step up right here, and that beaver come up here last night, pushed a lot of stuff up, marking it, leaving his scent right here. Big caster mound. So that lure worked. He's coming here behind us. He's marked the territory again. Definitely going to be a little crossover right here that they're using. We'll just see how this plays out. We may end up getting some sets put on it. Down here to the intersection, nothing. These 2 traps are both fine. This is second morning in a row that this trap we bedded in front of this dirt hole has been tripped. Now, it was laying in the bed, tripped, not moved. I got my suspicions that it was probably a raccoon coming up here a couple of nights in a row, and he noticed something and started playing with it, pulled that trap up, set it off. But what I've done, I've come right in here behind it, maybe about 10, 12 inches, 12, 14 inches maybe, directly behind it. And placed a second trap here, guys. Get it knot latched there. I want it to blend in really well, so I'm gonna come over here, grab some of this grass. I'm gonna come right in on top of that trap, guys. I'm just gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna blend this trap in with that cut grass. I'm just gonna cover this entire area here behind this trap. Kind of blend it in. Could be a fox as well, guys. I didn't see any tracks around. We're just going to kind of stand this grass back up out here. Get a little bit more and blend that in just one more time. All right, guys, let's take some of this loose grass that's here, and we'll kind of cover that up there. But there we go. So now he knows that first trap's there close to the hole. Hopefully we'll get him when he comes in here to mess with it. Hopefully we'll pick him up with a second trap back here and then see what the culprit is. All right, guys, Thursday morning, we're over here. We've been our last trap location where we've been checking those last traps. We're over here. We're gonna get these traps pulled, get everything shifted back to where we got those new sets at. I want to show you guys that sunrise this morning. Big full sun across that field and wood line, pretty neat. But anyway, guys, we're gonna step in here and get all these traps pulled this morning. We're gonna stop and pull that one drowning rod we got in that culvert. We're gonna pull it as well and get these traps shifted. But anyway, if we got anything, I'll check back in and show you guys. All right, guys, it's been a while since we picked one up here, but we got something down here. It looks like an otter. We'll get down here and see for sure. Water up, moving around last night. Either got them moving or they're just now making it back to this area. Nope, I believe that may be a beaver, guys. Big old beaver passing through with the water getting up. Yep, it is going to be a beaver. Well, we're going to get down here and get it out of here and get it reset. I actually climbed down here yesterday just to make sure this thing was in working order because we hadn't made a catch in a while. So good deal. Now, guys, this pipe, some of you asked about the pipe down there I put the snares on. That thing has been hasn't been messed with. Now, guys, this is a good sized beaver, and just on the other side of this lake's where we had the one that we missed, and it's not going to be this one. We're going to get them out of here and get this reset, get him in the truck. All right, guys, this trigger is completely loose. Remember we tightened it up that one day, but we can only get one screw. Well, now this thing is worked loose again, and my multi-tool is not going to be enough, guys. So I'm going to step up here to the truck, carry him up here, grab a flat screwdriver, and then I got my pliers, and we're going to tighten this trigger up, get it reset. But good healthy beaver there this morning, and we'll check in with you guys on around here. Maybe we'll have another one. All right, guys, so yesterday we come in here and we broke this dam. I got this drowning rod I'm carrying in here with me tonight. So actually, yeah, actually, guys, they didn't come in here and fix that last night. That's still open just like I left it. But I got this thing in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out here for right now and see if there's any left in here or not. All right, guys, we're getting adventurous on this one. Brought a little kayak with me. I'm just gonna kind of explore over here. We'll go ahead and pull over here. This little island at the end of this is where we got our sets that we could walk to. So I'm gonna get over here and check these sets, see if possible we picked them up last night, and then just kind of explore the area a little bit and see if we can find a place to make some more sets where we might get them picked up pretty easy. The 330 still set over here. Guys, it looks like our snare is down. Oh, he's over here to the snare. I don't see anything swimming around, so I don't know if maybe we got it caught and it's drowned. But get over there and take a look anyway. Now, this trap right here was tripped yesterday morning, and I don't see it under the water there. So I'm going to ease my hand down here real carefully and feel for it. Not feeling it, guys. I'm not sure where. All right, guys, let's check this snare real quick. Oh, nothing on it. Fell down. Our stick that we had propped up there is gone. Looks like the water's actually filled quite a bit too. I'm going to come down here to our anchor point around this tree. Follow it back up here to this trap. Looks like it's probably going to be tripped again. Nothing in it. Yep, missed them again here. Get it reset. I'll go ahead and step over here and check this other foothold we got right here. And guys, you can tell how much the water's fell a good probably 12 inches now. This trap's completely out of water. It's gonna make it difficult to pinpoint them. We're just gonna come out here and try again. Set it under the water, guys, and we'll tear that ground up a little bit. I'll get over here and get this snare hung back up here. All right, guys, so right here's where we got those traps again. I've been all up in here. Couldn't really find a defined area. We got right over here, we got another high bank just like this one. Right over here that those beaver are using. We may end up getting over there and putting some traps out, but right now I'm just going to kind of wander around back this way and just see what we can see. Guys, really what I'm looking for is just a banked in or hut where those animals are living at. Just trying to pinpoint the best place that they're using right now, and right now that looks like those two little islands where we've actually got those sets at. But I'm gonna go ahead and paddle around this edge and keep looking for just a little bit and just see if we might can pinpoint another intake ditch coming into it that they're using, or just narrow it down, find a place to put a trap at. All right, guys, looks like that wind is something else out here. Looks like I might see a beaver hut right over there in the edge of those woods right in front of us off the point of the boat. I'm gonna get up here and see if that's what that is or not. All right, guys, definitely gonna be a hut. Just by looking at the trees that are around here, I almost bet it's gonna be too deep for me to get out of the boat. It is right here for sure. That'd be a pretty good size hut. Yeah, still too deep here, guys. We'll just kind of circle around this thing, take a look at it. See some fresh mud up there on the side of it. Of course, we saw those beavers in here. No, they're in here. Now right there I can touch bottom. Look, about so they're going up right here, working, putting mud on there, guys. So we could place a trap right there. Let's work our way around this thing, just take a look at it. I can smell them. I can smell the castor. That's be too deep to work here to find the runs. Guys, I don't think it's going to be worth paddling out here every day, taking a risk, flipping over, getting wet. I think I can pick them up there where the truck's parked at, and then we'll come back in here once the water's drained out and see if we can get back in here to this thing and get them all trapped out. If I was going to set it, I would just find these places where they're going up the side of it to put mud on it, set a trap right on the edge of the water. Same thing right here. And guys, if I was going to set this, I'd want to do it with a drowning rod. Get the beaver out of the way. I wouldn't want to leave them live right here at the hut. But we come in, and right there is a pretty defined trail where they're going up on there, coming out of the water right here, going up, placing that mud. You'd come in here and place a foothold just right on the edge of the water, have your drowning rod sticking out, and you'd pick them up as they were going up the side of this thing. And ideally you'd want to put 330s along the runs. With me not being familiar with it, not knowing where they're at, the water being as deep as it is, as high as it is right now, I'm not gonna take the chances to do anything with it. Once the water goes back down, if we hadn't got them picked up here where we got those sets, I'll get back out here and try to get them picked up then. I'm gonna go ahead and just work this wood line back up, guys. This may be the May channel of the ditch. Again, I'm not familiar with this lake, but I'm just gonna work my way back up here to where we got those sets and figure out where to put some more sets right around that area. You can tell right up here in front of us between here and the truck where they've been chewing quite a bit. Guys, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna come right over here. Since we got this set pretty heavy with scent, we're gonna go ahead and come right over here to this island, and we're gonna put some blind sets, some footholds on it. Guys, we come in here and put 2 footholds in here. Got this one anchored back here to this tree, and get it set, put it right down here in the water. Guys, it's coming right here off this edge. It almost looks like where they're coming off. I mean, they're going off all over. There's some muskrat turds as well. We're gonna place this trap right here. I just kind of took my foot, made a little flat spot for that trap to set. We're gonna come up here with that green stick. Guys, what's left over, we're gonna take a few of these little chewed sticks. We're gonna kind of stand this grass up on both sides of this to just define. We want them to come into this one spot right here, or if they're up there on the bank working, they go to slide off, and maybe they'll slide off right down through here on top of our trap. This is kind of a guessing game, but you can tell that they're definitely up here working quite a bit. Our second trap, guys, I got it anchored over here to this biggest tree, and you want to make sure those anchors are under water level. So I slid that anchor way down, because if you do it above water level, those beavers will just chew these trees down and get away. But right here we just slicked this up, got our trap sitting right here in the water. Took a few of these sticks that were chewed recently, placed them up here. They've already got a little bit of a caster mound here. We'll see what happens tonight. Honestly, the best bet I think would be let the water get back down where we can find a normal routine for these guys and get them caught. But we're going to try to pick them up. Told the watershed I'd get over here and give it a shot. We may have to just wait, come back in a few weeks, let this water get down, come back over here where it'll make it easier to pinpoint where they're going to be at. But yep, hopefully we'll get them picked up over there. We had 2 misses the last 2 nights. I think that beaver's on to us, but we'll eventually get them. We'll just have to be willing to change our strategy up and just keep after them, and we'll eventually show up one morning. They'll be in a trap. All right, guys, as we were walking out yesterday, we noticed this right down here at the end of this is where we got that set, and we noticed they come up here and made this caster mound. We got this little cross over here that we know they have been using. So what we did, we can't control the water out there to make our sets where they'll stay the water dropping, but what we don't have to worry about is the water getting here in this crossover. So what we've done, we've come in here and made a snare off this little tree. We're using it as a support. We got our snare hanging there. This crossover, if they use it, we've kind of slicked up this side, making it look like something might have went up it. We'll do the same thing over there on the other side, kind of muddy it up a little bit. They're going to want to come up here and freshen up this caster mound. Hopefully they'll walk back and forth on this crossover, and we'll get them caught in that snare. So hopefully it works. But that's going to be it for today, guys. And we're going to get to the truck, go grab some lunch, get to the house, and we got a beaver to put up today. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have one picked up over here then. Looky there, fellas. We just had to be patient. That trap's been sitting there for, I don't know, 3 weeks now. So that trap's been sitting there for 3 weeks and hadn't been touched. Not anything at all happened. The other one over there, we've already caught one cow, a couple of skunks, I think. And yeah, but this one right here was waiting for this guy to come along. Looks like a young dog. Fur still looks good on it. Oh. Sure wish they were worth a little more money. I'd catch a few more of these guys, but anyway, guys, that just goes to show you just got to have patience. You got to let these sets work. We come in here and set this thing. I recorded me setting it, and I want to say it was around 3 weeks ago when we put this set out, maybe even a little bit longer, and hasn't made nothing. And then tonight was the night it happened. All right, guys, so here's the remake. All I did was come in here and bed this trap. I pulled up some of that grass. This is the backing here behind it. Come in here and I made a dirt hole. There's some sheep's wool we're just going to shove down in that hole, just like that. There we go, guys. Come up here, got our trap bedded again, just covered lightly with some grass. I'm going to take a little bit of cow ODP, put right on that backing. Doesn't necessarily need it, just giving it one area concentrated scent. This area is going to be highly disturbed, a lot of scent in the area, but we just want them to concentrate in that one spot. All right, guys, we're back over here this morning. I don't see nothing moving so far. Snare's still up right here. Guys, you can tell the water's filling here quite a bit. I brought some fiberglass poles this morning. We saw those muskrats when we were out here the other day swimming across here. I brought 3 fiberglass poles with the Hagz bracket, universal attachment, and we're going to get these set up for these muskrats out here. I stopped at 2 different places, tried to find apples or carrots this morning. I meant to grab some from the house, and I didn't. I stopped at 2 different places, nobody had them. So yeah, trap's still right here, guys. This snare's hung up. 330 still up. We'll have to adjust it back down in the water here in a little bit. So they didn't come over here last night. I'm not seeing anything bouncing around over there on that other island either. We'll get all that checked here in a minute. Let's get these rods out of our hands, get them baited up here, see if we can possibly pick up a muskrat. But anyway, I stopped and was going to pick up some carrots. Nobody had any. I stopped, one place was closed and neither of the other places had any. So show you what I ended up getting. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. Guys, I've tried these in the past. This is an awesome design. I mean, I really like the idea of these, but I've not had much luck with them in the past. It didn't matter if I baited them with carrot or if I baited them with apple. I just hadn't had much luck at all. But we're going to give it a go because we know those muskrats are coming right across here. Then I'll show you guys real quick how these are set up. So basically, all you got, guys, you got your trap chain. You want to leave enough cable or chain to get them off into the water and drowned. So how this thing works You come in here and you run your fiberglass your fiberglass rod through that smallest hole, and he's got two different size holes there, or two different size rods, and you just come in here and you stick that rod into the ground. All right, now we're gonna set our trap. Just like that, guys. So this rod's got notch, or this adapter's got notches made into it, and you can slide that little anchor point into one of those notches, and that trap's gonna sit there on that pole. That muskrat's gonna swim up. You want to check your bait out that's up here on top. He's gonna use this as a pad to step on. And once he gets caught in, he's going to swim off. That trap's going to come off of there, and he's going to go out and drown. That's the idea of them, and really like the idea of them. But we're just going to get this thing pushed down into the ground. Just want to go just a little bit under the water, not too much. You want to put our bait. And guys, we didn't find any carrots or apples. We grabbed us some circus peanuts. We're going to give them a try, and I'll remember to grab some apples when we come over here in the morning. But this circus peanut is going to be some bright color, maybe sweet enough they're going to want to try to get up here and get it. So we're just going to drop it down right down there in the water. So again, that muskrat's going to swim up here, use that trap as a step up, try to get that bait. Hopefully we'll have him caught. But I'm just going to step on down through here and put a couple more down through here, and yeah, see if maybe we can pick one of them muskrats up while we're over here trying to get these beaver. Guys, circus peanuts were one of my grandfather's favorites. So I figured nothing else, if the muskrats wouldn't eat them, I would. Pretty good. Alright, we got this one in the water here. We're just going to adjust it. I'm gonna adjust it down. There we go, guys. So that's two of them set. One right here. This right here is where we saw that muskrat swim, the biggest one, swim by the other day, come right underneath this log. They're probably using that log as a toilet. But anyway, we're gonna go over here to the other side of this little ditch. Over here close to where we got these sets made at. Somewhere right over in here, and we're going to put this other rod up. Let's see, this log right here was the one that muskrat come over the top of when we were filming out here watching the other day. I think we'll put that other rod right here around it. Into this log, guys. You can tell them rats have been coming up here using this as a toilet for sure. See all the little rat turds on it? So we're just gonna come right out the end of this log, and we're gonna place this one right here. Gotta take that little anchor point there, run it through that bracket, slide it just under the water there. Just like that right there. Put our circus peanut on there, and we're ready to go, guys. Again, guys, it's gonna be hard to get them because that water falling like it is. So you can see right here that trap completely out of the water now. So that's gonna be changing up where those beavers are coming in and out at, because the water level's changing so much. But all we can do is just adjust and keep trying. It's gonna be aggravating. But it is what it is. I'll make sure our anchor point's still under the water here. Not feeling that trap, guys. Let's see. Get back here to our anchor point. You know what? We got us a beaver right there, guys. That trap, I can barely see his head. That trap drowned him. There's a little one there, but we got him. How about that? So now we know we do got a family group in here. Got a good back foot catch there, little bitty beaver, but we got him. Good deal. I was getting a little disappointed, thinking I didn't know what I was doing. My chain is just barely long enough to reach here where I want it. I want to make sure I get a solid, get that thing solidly bed right there. That's better. I don't know how many of y'all believe in fate and coincidence and all that mess, but would you look right here? Right in the middle of the road is an apple. Meant to be, guys. This is gonna be our muskrat bait when we get over in the morning. This dude's pretty solid too. It ain't even mushy. How about that? I think that's a sign. Unbelievable. Drive around all the time, never see apple in the middle of the road. The one day that I need an apple. Just wished I'd have come through here this morning and found it earlier. Anyway, amazing thing, guys. Stay positive. Catch those critters. Get out and enjoy nature. We'll see you guys in a little bit.